Shonakai.
Fable of the Kyeries Rose. Once upon a time, in an age long forgotten, a majestic mountain existed, the Pinnacle Peak. Towering into the heavens, these mountains were shrouded in perpetual snow and frost. Few dared venture into their treacherous crags, for the air was thin, the weather unforgiving, and the paths winding and perilous. Amidst this icy world stood an extraordinary flower known as the Kyeries Rose, a blossom as large as an elephant's head, adorned with vivid red, indigo, and violet petals that shimmered like precious gems under the pale sun. Legends told of the Kyeries Rose's unique properties. It was said that the petals, just a single one of them, could cure any ailment, be it a common cold or an unyielding disease. However, this gift came with a heavy burden. If even a single petal was plucked from the rose, the entire plant would wither and die, leaving only memories of its grandeur. Thus, the Kyeries Rose became both a symbol of hope and a lesson in sacrifice. The people of the nearby village, known as Frostvale, had heard whispers of the Kyeries Rose's miraculous healing abilities. For generations, they had faced numerous hardships, from ailments that plagued their children to the harsh winters that challenged survival. Many brave souls tried to conquer the Pinnacle Peaks and seek out the rose, yet none succeeded in their quest, daunted by the fierce winds and biting cold that awaited them. Among them was a humble healer named Alara. Known throughout Frostvale for her compassion and kindness, she dedicated her life to tending to the sick and wounded. Despite her best efforts, medicine was scarce, and the villagers often suffered from ailments that she could not cure. One fateful evening, as she sat by the hearth with a flickering flame casting shadows in her small cottage, a thought struck her. If the tales of the Kyeries Rose were true, a single petal could change everything. She decided then and there that she would brave the Pinnacle Peak in search of the legendary flower. The following day, Alara packed her satchel with what little supplies she could gather: warm blankets, dried fruits, and a small water flask. As she stood at the edge of the village, the wind howled like a distant wolf, and her heart raced with excitement and trepidation. She knew the journey would be perilous, but her determination to save her village and her love for the ailing drove her forward. Days turned into weeks as Alara traversed the harsh and unforgiving landscape of the Pinnacle Peak. Each step grew heavier, the air thinner, and the cold more biting. She climbed higher and higher, past sheer cliffs and frozen waterfalls, often encountering fierce storms that sent her back down the mountain. Yet she persevered, her spirit fueled by her hope of finding the rose and helping her community. One starry night, as she sought solace beneath the canopy of luminosity above, she dreamt of the Kyeries Rose, the petals swirling around her like a kaleidoscope of colors, whispering promises of healing and salvation. When dawn broke, she awoke with renewed vigor. She continued her ascent, fueled by the memory of the dream and the promise it held. Finally, after months of labor and sacrifice, Alara reached the tallest summit. She stood amid breathtaking beauty. The vast expanse of the horizon unfolded like a tapestry of blue skies and white clouds. And there, at the center of a glacial clearing, she beheld the magnificent Kyeries Rose. Its petals danced in the cold breeze, shimmering in an array of red, indigo, and violet, casting a mesmerizing glow that illuminated the snow around it. Alara approached the rose with reverence, her heart racing in awe. It radiated a deep tranquility, and she felt an almost magnetic pull toward it. However, a wave of sorrow washed over her as she crouched to admire its beauty. She understood the rose's plight. Its singular purpose was to share its healing, yet it could not sacrifice itself for that gift. Faced with the decision to pluck a petal, Alara felt her conscience wrestle within her. She envisioned the villagers back home, their weariness, their pain, the laughter of children replaced by sorrow. but the thought of losing the rose, this miraculous creature of nature, weighed heavily on her heart. What good was her fleeting victory if it meant extinguishing a source of hope? At that moment, she made a choice born from profound love and respect for life. Instead of taking a petal, she gathered her knowledge and experience to find alternatives to help her village. The Kyeries Rose, she realized, was not just a source of healing, but a reminder of the delicate balance between selflessness and sacrifice. With that knowledge etched into her heart, Ilara carefully retraced her steps, leaving the rose untouched. Back in Frostvale, she worked tirelessly to explore new ways of healing using the herbs and plants native to the region. Inspired by the beauty of the Kyeries Rose, she taught the villagers the importance of respect for nature and the healing power it held within. Over the years, the legend of the Kyeries Rose grew alongside Ilara's newfound wisdom. It became a symbol not only of hope, but also of the importance of preserving life. The villagers learned that compassion could lead them to greater solutions than they had initially sought, and they thrived as a community. The Kyeries Rose, untouched upon its peak, continued to bloom, its colors painting the mountains with vitality and strength. It reminded all who gazed upon it of the delicate balance between giving and receiving, and the healing that comes from respecting the world around them. And so, the fable of the Kyeries Rose lived on, a beautiful tale of sacrifice, wisdom, and respect, a testament to the enduring spirit of those whose hearts beat in unity with nature. From that day on, the villagers of Frostvale remembered Ilara not as merely a healer, but as a guardian of the Kyeries Rose, forever protecting the harmony of life that thrived in the harshest of conditions.
I forgot the pizza.